Okay, I'm going to again discuss to you what your assignment is for today. I'm going to go over a few things so you know what it is that you are doing. But again, raise your hand if you can tell me if you remember how many total organ systems we have. 11. Now, I told you in your notebook we were going to cover how many? 10. How many did we cover thus far? 5. Now, there are how many groups in here? 5. Therefore, what do you think you're going to be doing? Each of you will have one of the other 5 systems that we did not cover, and your group will become the expert on the systems that you have. And you're going to be finding out information about that system so that you can present it to the rest of the group, and the rest of the group will take notes based on your presentation on that system. So far, so good. All right. With the system that you are the expert on, not only will you be doing this assignment, but you just have a small other portion to it because you have 5 blank areas in your notebook of systems. The information that you find out about your system is going to go where? And it should go in your notebook. What are the 3 things that you should gather in your notebook about the system? 2 facts and an organ, or more than 1 organ. So when you find those things about your system, you want to go ahead and put that in your notes. So far, so good. Okay, so after today, you should end up with how many boxes in your notes complete? I gave you 5, you're working on 1. 6. After everyone is complete with their presentations, you should have how many? 10. Any questions? All right, so let me explain to you what your assignment is. And then I'll explain to you how you're going to go about doing it. Everyone pay attention up here for just a moment, please. You and your group members will create a PowerPoint slideshow and present on your assigned organ system. Those are the other 5 that we have not discussed yet. Now, some of you may have jotted some things down in one of the ones we did not discuss yet because we watched what video? Brain pop. And maybe you selected one that I did not talk about and you got a little bit of information about that. So you're a little bit ahead of the game. If not, don't worry. You'll be working and get information that you need. All right. Your presentation must also include at least 7 slides. So your entire group is going to have 7 slides for your presentation. The first slide will be the introduction slide. That's the slide I've already done for you. So what's going to happen is I am going to have a representative from the group. So you're going to be selecting a representative. This representative's job will be to come up to me. I will give that person the system that is assigned to your group. I will share the presentation with that person. That person will then come back to the group. That person will tell the group what their system is, and they will share in Google Drive the presentation with the rest of the group. So all of the collaborators, meaning all the people who have access to the presentation, would be everyone in your group and me. So far, so good. Okay, question. Google Drive, yes. And we'll be doing it on a presentation PowerPoint within Google Drive, where all of you will be able to work at the same time on the same document, so that you don't have to save it, everything's updated. And then that way, if you're not here, you can still work on it from your cell phone, from your MacBook, from your iPad, your iPod, whatever smart device. Even if you have a computer at home, you'll still be able to work on it. But within your group, you'll all be working at the same time. So again, I will share this slide with you. This will remain part of your presentation as one of your slides that everyone can see, that you have the same instructions that I'm delivering to you now. Is that understood? Okay. The second slide, a very easy slide, that's just going to be your title slide. The title slide needs to have your organ system name, which again, I will be giving to you. Your group name, which is something that you're developing, whatever your group is going to be called. And then the members of your group. So that's everyone's name in the group. Got that? Easy slide. 2 slides right off the bat. Done. The other 5 slides are going to contain, one slide is going to be a fact with a picture of the organ system. Another slide will be a fact with a picture of a major organ within that system. Third slide will be a fact with a picture of another organ within that system. Now, if the system only has one major organ or one organ, then just include another type of organ or another organ, the same organ, maybe a different picture of it. Like, for instance, the skeletal system, which we've already covered, bones are the major organs, but there's several different types of bones. You understand? Okay. The fourth slide will be a fact about how your system works with other systems, because we did realize that these systems are important, but they can't work alone, right? And then the last slide will be a fun fact or a general fact or an interesting fact. Now, most of you have at least 4 people in your group, and I know you all are missing one, but most of you have at least 4 people in your group. So you can break these slides up. I need you paying attention up here. Up here, stop typing. If you have about 4 people, what you can do is break these up. Give 1 slide to each person, and then at the last slide, you just have to work as a group. If you have 5 people, break those up. Each person takes a slide. The easiest way to work this when you are working in Google Drive is no one types in the same slide at the same time, because chances are you can be typing over what someone is already typing, even though you're seeing what they're doing. So stay on your slide. Now, if they need help, then you can look up stuff and help them like that. Got that? You'll be using your computer, the internet for services, and you'll be using your book, and I will communicate with you and your group on what pages, because if I tell you now, you're going to forget, so don't worry. We'll be communicating that. All right, for the video, it will be page B14 and B124 if you're using the book. Each member must present at least 1 slide and show clear knowledge of the information that they're presenting. What that means is you're not reading off of the slide. Yeah, you have a piece of information on the slide, but you should be able to elaborate what it is that you're talking about. It shouldn't just be what's on the slide. That tells me that you know what you're talking about. So you should be able to tell me exactly what it is you're talking about. All the information that you're talking about, we should not be able to get it from the slide. You should be able to let us know because you know what you're talking about. You must be present on the day of presentation. When is it due? Well, we're going to work for 2 classes. 2 full classes will give you the opportunity to get everything set, get you prepared, knowledgeable about what you're doing. On the 3rd class that we have, you will then be presenting. Is that clear? Okay. We're working in Google Docs, so this gives you all same time access. You're working all at the same time, and you don't have to worry about saving it. It's there. If your computer shuts down, the last thing you type is saved. You're using your Gaggle account to log in. If work needs to be done outside of the class beyond the 2 days, then that's when you have to use any of your smart devices to do that. And this will be a test grade. Any questions on that? Okay, then this concludes the instructions.